Welcome to the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. Here's your host, Brien Hanley.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's your man, Big B, Brien Hanley, again, back with the Big 12 Insiders. Appreciate everybody being in here. Continuing our series, counting down the weeks of the Big 12, the best games each week in the Big 12. We are at week 4, and this is a big week, in my opinion. Huge weekend for the conference. So we will get into that, break down the games, and which one I think is the best of the week. But before we do, remember, as always, people, remember, like, follow, subscribe. Please subscribe. The goal is 4,500 subscribers by the time the season starts. It's going to be tough to get there, but we might be able to do it with your all support. So continue to get in that comment section and always hit that notification bell so you know exactly when Big 12 Insiders content comes out. So without further ado, let's get into this. So week 4, a lot of good games in the Big 12. A lot of good games. So let's kind of break down some of these games here and let you know which one's which. Look, SMU at TCU. SMU is predicted by a lot of people to be very, very good. This is a rivalry game within the DFW. TCU looking, I wouldn't say a bounce back year because TCU sneakily, or I guess sneakily, that's not really a word. Let's start over. Very sneaky, won 9 football games last year. A lot of people, and I've mentioned this a couple times, people have written TCU off, wrote them off about the middle of the year last year after some tough losses. Turns out they weren't a horrible football team after all. They got it figured out. Can they keep the momentum going this season? This is a big, big early test for TCU to see if they can't make that happen. Great game. North Carolina at UCF. Intriguing because of Bill Belichick in the first year of Scott Frost, but I don't know that that's really necessarily a candidate for game of the week in the Big 12. Like I mentioned, intriguing, but I don't know how good of a football game that is. Now, here is one that's up there at the top of the list. Arizona State at Baylor. Arizona State, a lot of people are picking them to not only win the Big 12, but also to win a game or two in a college football playoff this year. They believe they are that good, and they have that type of mind frame. I tend to agree. A lot of people are picking Baylor to be better, be good again and be better than maybe what was expected of them this year. I like Baylor. I think Baylor's going to be a good team. Make sure you stick around and watch out, better word, for Big B's, what my prediction for the Big 12 is going to be. We'll do that here in a few weeks. But yeah, I really like Baylor. That game, again, early season test for both teams. I love it. I absolutely love it. Then you go down the list. There's another conference game, West Virginia at Kansas. Not expecting much there. But in my opinion, the game of the week is Texas Tech at Utah. Now, let's break this down a little bit. First off, Texas Tech. Everybody talking about them, what they've done in the transfer portal, what they've been able to accumulate as far as talent. Everybody's saying, well, they bought a roster. Well, you can't. Those are the rules. So who cares how they got the roster? This is not necessarily, well, I take that back. It is definitely the most talented team that Tech's seen in a while, that Joey McGuire's absolutely had at Tech, but it's also the deepest team, which that makes a difference. There's a lot of teams out there that have a talented 22, but do you have a talented 44 and further? Tech seems to have that this year, which could be the case because, again, the injury bug is going to hit every football team in the United States of America. Somebody always gets hurt. That's just the way that it works. It's what can you do when that happens? How good is your depth behind the starter that can make a difference? Tech seems to have it. And so this early test, it means something to them. It's for so long and so many times we've talked about Tech. Okay, this is their year. This is their year. They could be this. And then they lose a game early that they're not supposed to lose. Now, Utah fans, don't freak out. I'm not saying this is a game that they shouldn't lose. I'm not saying that I would even favor Texas Tech in this football game. Obviously, we'll have some more things to talk about when the week 4 arrives. But that's why I feel about Tech. They're supposed to be good. This is supposed to be the year. And if not this year, when? Utah, on the other hand, bounce back season. Last year, uncharacteristically, just went into the toilet. But when you lose a quarterback and you don't have good depth behind it, that's what will happen to you. And especially in this league, you got to have quarterback play. Not that in every league you don't have to, but if you have bad quarterback play in the Big 12, you're not going to win. And Utah didn't win. They didn't. Going to have that this year. A lot of people are talking about Utah having a bounce back year. I'm one of those people screaming it from the rooftops, and I know there's been some I don't know, some back and forth. Let's just be nice. Some back and forth with Utah fans on the Big 12 fans, which Utah fans always say, well, look at you Big 12 fans. By the way, Utah fans, you're in the Big 12. You're part of that fan base now. You got to stop that, man. Either way, I love the game because I think Utah is going to be really good. I do. I think that defense is going to be dynamite once again, and they're going to have better offensive play. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So to me, this is the game of the week. You've got a team with all the expectations that can be brought on by the transfer portal, by how much did they spend for this roster. All of those expectations are there and out there for Texas Tech, and for good reason. Absolutely. The flip side is Utah. Utah is a team that has been very, very good over the last 20 years. Had a slip up last year. Look, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. Fell flat on their face the first year in the conference. There's their chance for redemption. This is their opportunity to say, see, this is how good we actually are. Last year was an anomaly. This is who the Utah team is in the Utah program. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Again, I don't want to say that it's a make or break football game, but it's more of a put up or shut up type of game. It's like, you're supposed to be good, Tech, be good. Utah, you're supposed to have a bounce back season, and this is the real program. Will show up and show us. I love that. Chaos, animosity, I love it all. I love it all. And if you don't, come on, man, it's football season. If we can't be rowdy and get after our conference mates, then what are we supposed to do? You don't have to be belligerent and degrading to somebody to root against your conference mates. That's what it should be. And here's a good opportunity. Tech going to Utah, get after it. Like I said, Tech put up, Utah show up. What are we going to do? What's it going to be? Can't wait for this matchup. I think clearly this is the game of the week. And again, Arizona State and Baylor, I respect them. I respect the hell out of that football game. But for me, it's who is this Texas Tech team? Who are they? And who is this Utah team? I love it. I absolutely love it. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you. Get in the comments section. Let me know if you agree or you disagree on this one. Again, it could be tough for some, but for me, like I said, I laid out my reasoning on why I went with why this game is the best game of the week. So I appreciate you guys, man. As always, thank you. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. This has been a Spirit Street production.